All right, welcome to topic 1. I am Shayla Lanier and welcome to class. So history is the greatest class you can take. And it's because not only do you learn about history, it is a fabulous study about people, what motivates them, what their behaviors, their reactions, their desires, their goals. It is an amazing study in just human behavior. President Harry Truman was the president. He became the president in 1945 when FDR passed away. And he said the only thing new in the world is the history you don't know. And that's because if you know enough history, you know how things are going to play out. You have a pretty good idea of choices that are going to be made. So it's really important to take this class seriously, even if you are under the misconception that you hate history, which I was under such a misconception after high school. I had a horrendous high school history experience. But then my sophomore year of college, I had a professor who loved history and just brought it to life and made it relevant to me today. And it changed everything about my pursuit of education and a lot about my life. So here you are. Welcome. So this week we're looking at indigenous peoples and colonial beginnings. So when the Europeans arrived on this continent, people already lived here. They had been living here for a long time. So what was that like? What were the interactions? Initially, we see mutual benefits of trade, and then we know that at some point, the mutual benefit ended and some pretty horrendous things occurred. So for discussion question 1, you're looking at the mutual benefits of trade. Discussion question 2, there was a triangle of trade going on across the Atlantic Ocean. You're looking at the three points of the triangle. And I always encourage you to consider what would have happened if one of those points was not part of the equation. Then you have an assignment, British colonies and indigenous peoples. Check the minimum word counts. Check the minimum source counts. History has a ton of reading. I encourage you to do this reading. It does not do you any good to shirk your study of history. If you will commit to really doing it right, it will have a positive impact in every part of your life, now and beyond. So the reading, there's always a lot. You need to read all of the required, everything that's noted as being required in the reading list, read it. I have found, I'm working on my PhD, so I still take history classes, and there's tons of reading. I have to get up 30 minutes early every day, 7 days a week, and Sunday is like a sleep-in day. So if I want to sleep in until 6 on Sunday, that's fine, but I need to be up at 5:30 to do my 30 minutes of reading. If you'll read 30 minutes every morning or at some point every day, that's 3.5 hours of reading that you add to your week, and it will help you. You will be able to stay on top of it. Also, some people listen to it, whatever you need to do, but get the information into your head. It will be beneficial, and it'll help you have successful discussions and successful assignment submissions. There is not a minimum word count for the discussions. You just need to fully address the prompt. So I would expect to see at least 3 to 5 sentences for your initial reply to the discussion prompts. Today, you need to post your summary of current course knowledge. That can be totally basic. It can just be, I don't know anything about history. It could be, I hate history. Whatever it is, that can be really basic. Then by Wednesday, you post your response to discussion question 1 and your introduction. Those are always my favorite because I get to know a little about each of you. And then on Friday, you post your response to discussion question 2. So what you might do is peruse what is the topic of each discussion and plan your reading accordingly so that you've read something that has to deal with the subject matter of each of those prompts. And then obviously you want to have all of your reading done before you complete the assignment on Sunday. And participation is 6 replies to your peers, and they need to be substantive. You need to affirm your peer And then, is there something they didn't think of? Do you see it from a different angle? Bring something new so it's a conversation where learning can be enhanced. All right, welcome to class and happy President's Day and have a great week.